Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana Midday.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Midday. I'm Colin Hatfield. It's that time of year again. Unpacking holiday decorations and setting up a Christmas tree can be fun and festive. But if you're feeling like you do during spring and fall allergy season, there's a reason why. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gather explains why you may be allergic to the holidays.
From dusty decor to your Christmas tree, if the holidays have you sneezing, you're not alone.
A lot of people have the predominant symptoms in the spring and summer and fall, but there are some people that continue to have symptoms or maybe even have worsened symptoms when they start to get that tree out.
Dr. Chris Brooks with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says if your allergies are acting up around live Christmas trees, it's not from pollen.
When trees are cut down, brought to the house, and our indoor environment, which can be warmer and more humid than the outdoor environment, there can be molds that can grow.
As for artificial trees that have been stored, Brooks says those can not only expose you to mold, but also to dust mites, pet dander, and critter droppings, which can bother the noses and lungs of even folks who aren't allergic.
If you're allergic to mold, maybe not doing a live tree. Symptoms that patients get with non-live trees might be a little bit easier to prevent, because if you're able to clean off all that dust off that tree, that might help prevent symptoms.
When unpacking holiday decor, if the boxes look dusty, Brooks says having a mask on can prevent irritants from getting in your nose. He says properly storing that holiday decor can also help prevent future problems.
Mold thrives in more humid environments, so making sure there's not moisture getting into wherever it's being stored.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gather.
And if your allergies over the holidays continue to act up, Brooks says to talk to a doctor. There are plenty of options that can help, from medications to allergy avoidance techniques, allergy shots, and more. Let's take a close-up look at today's NewsLink Indiana weather. These are the conditions right now. It's currently 27 under mostly sunny skies. Expect lots of sunshine today with a high in the upper 20s to around 30, and things will not change much in the 7-day forecast. High temperatures will be stuck in the 30s, and the next chance of snow is on Sunday. Netflix is expanding its reach. The streaming giant announced Friday that it has come to terms with a deal to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. The total price tag, $72 billion and debt. WBD, which is the parent company of CNN, is splitting the company into a pair of publicly traded halves. Once that is finalized, Netflix will take the Warner section, while the other half, named Discovery Global, will keep CNN and other cable channels. The combination of Netflix, HBO, and Warner Brothers will need a deep regulatory review in several countries, including the U.S. It's a big day for one of the most anticipated sporting events in the world, the FIFA Men's World Cup, where Lionel Messi will be looking to defend Argentina's 2022 title in what will likely be his final World Cup. The 42 teams that have qualified for the soccer tournament, plus 6 placeholders, will be drawn into 12 groups of 4 teams. Those 6 placeholder spots will be determined in a series of playoff matches next spring. 16 cities in the United States, Canada, and Mexico will host the tournament next summer. Once the draw is complete, the tournament bracket and the host venue for each game will be finalized. A current Ball State student holds the world record for solving a Rubik's Cube the fastest with one hand. NewsLink Indiana's Zach Vance shows us how he got to this point.
Solving math problems, all in hopes of one day doing it for a living. An average school day for a Ball State accounting major. But that's not the only solving Luke Garrett does for a living.
Some people say that I'm the best cuber in the world.
The fastest competitive Rubik's Cuber in the world.
I try to stay humble.
Right here in Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, so first in the world for sum of ranks.
The sum of ranks is a measurement of a cuber speed across all of the World Cubing Association's 17 events. So, where does one go to compete in these events?
So you'll go to competitions that are governed by the World Cube Association, which is an organization of volunteers that put on events and competitions for people who like to solve Rubik's Cubes. And yeah, you can go to these competitions and they have official results. They have ways to verify the results so they can become official. Yeah, you'll just compete to get your best time, and you're really competing against yourself, but you're also competing against other people. It's sort of a double thing there.
Now, how could there be so many different events with just one objective in mind? Well, get creative. And being one of the fastest at all of these events is what keeps Luke at the top. Just this past month, Luke found himself making national news on both SportsCenter and CBS Sunday Morning.
19-year-old Luke Garrett holds the world record for his average time unscrambling one-handed. Yes!
In Muncie, Zach Vance, NewsLink, Indiana.
A weekly meal and a lot of history. Nearly every week, Bill Reingans signs his buddy Bob Jacobs out of his senior center in Wisconsin. Every time they find a restaurant to sit down at and share their stories from their service. Merrill Hubbard has more.
Almost every week, Bill and Bob hop in the car and stroll into a restaurant where they are welcomed with open arms. Bob is 101 years old. He grew up in Beaver Dam and was drafted into the Army in 1943. After training camp in Texas and 1 year stationed in Hawaii, Bob sailed to Iwo Jima as an anti-aircraft weapons soldier.
The government says that was the bloodiest battle that the United States had ever been in. I lost a lot of friends over there.
Nowadays, this is what Bob and Bill do. Sit for hours sharing their stories, and they want more curious minds to listen in.
And that's your NewsLink webcast for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us tonight at 6:57 on Ball State PBS. And for news anywhere, anytime, go to cardinalmediabsu.com.